are looking very nice.
Oh, okay, spare me with the fake bullshit, please. I need to talk to you about the Wincorp deal.
The Wincorp deal is classified. You're wasting your time.
Classified? People have been whispering about that deal for weeks around here.
Okay, your observations are based on speculations and gossip.
My observations are based on my knowledge in this company. My department is directly involved with acquisitions and mergers.
Directly involved is a bit of a stretch. You come in after everything has already been finalized by those higher in title.
Listen, I'm not going to argue semantics with you, okay? Phallon is directly involved in this deal, yet she's not being proactive about it, and it's supposedly her company.
Okay, I'm not in charge of her whereabouts, okay? I did speak to her partner, Winston Corey.
Something's up. Phallon never lets anybody negotiate on her behalf. The two of them have been missing, off the radar, for months now. And then all of a sudden, she shows back up in Easton, directly involved with the same company that she walked away from.
Whoa. Did she break one of your Barbie dolls when you were kids? Why such an interest in Phallon?
It is not about Phallon. It is about the future of this company. I think you're making a mistake.
Okay, the only mistake I've made so far is by entertaining this conversation with someone who don't even have all of the facts.
Facts. Did you know that Wincorp doesn't even have all their investors secured? This is a huge financial risk for this company, and we cannot handle that after what happened with the Hamptons.
As acting CEO.
As acting co-CEO. As head of the marketing division, I have a right to voice my concern.
I don't listen to you. I am not your subordinate. I am your superior. I make the decisions and you execute them.
I don't care what your title is, okay? Your phony deal with the Davidsons was cause enough for concern.
Oh, come on, cousin. The past is simply irrelevant.
You're right, it is. That's why I'm gonna go to Uncle Barron directly and tell him about how stupid and detrimental this whole deal is to his company.
Oh, I can recommend things to Barron too. I can recommend he have you removed from the head of the marketing division.
Are you really even trying to threaten me right now? Did you forget that in DC I saw your lunatic ass become all the way unhinged right before my eyes? I can still go to HR, Chadwick.
Okay. You won't have a leg to stand on. It'll be your word against mine.
You see, but your threats, they don't
Okay, think them as promises. Undermine me again, and they will come true.
You sound like a Disney villain, Chadwick. I don't listen to you. I don't care about anything you say.
Good morning.
It's funny how you show up right now.
What's going on? Did I miss something?
You didn't miss anything. Alloura was just leaving.
No, I wasn't.
Alloura, it's been a long time. I haven't seen you since you were...
Since I went off to college. Okay, listen. This deal that you are spearheading is a huge financial risk, and I don't think it's a good idea.
On what basis are you making that assumption?
You don't have to engage.
It's fine. Let her speak.
Can you make him roll over and play dead too? I don't need permission from either of you to voice my concerns.
Miss Davenport, well, Miss Hill, I have heard a lot about your business acumen and your meticulous attention to detail.
If that were true, you would know that I'm aware that 2 of your investors backed out.
I demand to know where you got that information from.
I'm afraid that isn't so, Miss Hill. I have personally procured all the investors myself. We're days away from closing.
Well, my source is extremely reliable. Also, your answer confirms all of my suspicions. And lastly, Phallon is not around, so that's a huge indicator that something is not right.
Phallon and I often work independently.
That is bullshit. Phallon would never miss an opportunity to be in the spotlight, especially when her name is involved. You know what? I'm not doing all this. I'm going to go to Uncle Barron personally and reject this deal.
You're just crossing the line.
Let her go. I'm sure this is the most action she's received in a long time.
Classy.
Give Barron my regards.
I will. Right before your company goes under.
Hello.
Good morning.
What you doing?
Doing some work for Mr. Hampton.
What's productive?
Mm-hmm.
So we have nothing to worry about, right?
I gave you simple instructions. I don't want to talk to you right now.
Oh, excuse fucking me. I'm sorry, but you have been gone for weeks. I would not be dismissed.
We'll talk later.
No. We'll talk now.
Okay. I'm listening.
Now. What is wrong with you?
I have eyes and ears everywhere. But in matters of business, you can never be too careful. I trust no one.
Okay. What about Alloura? Are her claims valid?
She hasn't even begun to scratch the surface. I have more than enough investors. That's not the real issue.
Okay, what is the real issue? Because she's plotting to kill this deal and make every reason possible to stop it. Surely you must be on edge.
I'm not worried. Baron will listen to her little claims, offer her words of encouragement, tell her that he'll look into it, and nothing will come of it. Baron does not respect women, and he certainly has no regard for them in matters of business.
So how did you come to work for my uncle?
And that, it's none of your business.
No, it's just a question.
You ask a lot of questions. But let's just say that Baron saw something very, very special in me. A determination, a fire, if you will. In fact, I believe it was him seeing so much of himself in me that made him hire me.
And I'm his nephew. And I barely know anything about him.
Well, consider yourself lucky.
So while you were out of town, did you handle everything you need to have handled?
Yes.
Do you mind if I pry to ask what those tasks were?
The less you know, the better.
I thought we were on the same team.
I'm on my own team, Chadwick.
Haven't I always been loyal to you?
Yeah. So?
And haven't your loyalty always been to this family?
And where has that gotten me? Look me in my face and tell me, where has my loyalty gotten me?
Do not raise your voice.
Don't play with me, Chad. You wouldn't survive a fucking day in my shoes. You would crack under all the pressure. Mentally, emotionally, and physically. Don't push me. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal.
Good.
Chloe, you're so quiet.
I told you, I'm working.
I mean, I can obviously see that you're working. What is it you're working on exactly?
I'm reviewing the fiscal year 16 numbers for Mr. Hampton.
Well, I'd be more than happy to go over the numbers for you. Just to make sure that they're correct, I wouldn't want anyone accusing you of misappropriating funds.
Thanks for the offer, but I'm fine.
I think you should. There's nothing wrong with having an extra set of eyes.
Budgets aren't your specialty.
Sweetheart, I have many specialties.
No offense, Ian, but what are your specialties? I don't know what you're good at. Actually, I don't know anything about you.
What would you like to know?
Why did you want me to meet you here of all places?
We have to talk.
If we're not discussing Julian, we don't have anything to talk about. Where's my child?
Honestly, I have no idea.
What? Don't play games with me, Winston.
Oh, I'm not. Your son took it upon himself to leave. Apparently he gets his stubbornness from his mother.
Now I'm gonna have to go to my father and explain to him where I had Julian. And he's gonna be angry, of course. But he's gonna have to forgive him because we're all family.
And absolutely none of this is my problem. Good day.
Is this a game to you, Winston?
Coming from the mother of games herself.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Why don't you just continue to focus on what you care about most? Maintaining absolute power at Wincorp. But in the meantime, remember that you have absolutely none over me.
You are delusional.
So let's start with, where did you go to school?
Well, I went to Morehouse for my undergrad and Columbia for my master's.
Oh, I would have never guessed.
Really? I don't flaunt my degrees like other people.
So how did you end up here?
Mr. Davenport, he knows my uncle.
Which Davenport?
Darren.
Oh, who's your uncle?
You wouldn't know him.
I'm just making conversation here. Tone down the attitude.
No attitude. How do I know you won't go telling all my business?
Excuse me?
Delusional.
My father may have found you, but I built you. And don't you ever forget that.
My days of paying constant gratitude to you are over. I know where we stand.
Well, enlighten me.
You're threatened by men who have more power than you.
You have lost your mind because I am not threatened by anyone.
Oh. Your father? Jabril? Clint? Oh, and now you're trying to control Julian. I just pray that he's smart enough to get away from you and your family while he has a chance.
Now you're grasping at straws.
You're giving yourself way too much credit. Why did you even want to start a conversation if you're not going to answer my questions?
Chloe, I was just making small talk.
And being catty for no reason, and I refuse to sit here and entertain you.
Well, Chloe's got a little mouth on her. I'm impressed.
Is this the real you?
What does that mean?
I thought you were a nice guy. I've never seen this side of you before.
Well, no one's one way all the time.
True. But the office culture around here tends to bring out the worst in people.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm one of the good guys.
Only time will tell, Ian.
Okay. Just to be completely honest, certain topics get really touchy for me. I don't want anyone to think that I'm here just because of my family. And to be really honest, I come from money. A lot of money. I've been used before, opportunists taken advantage of. And my mom's also a very successful woman. She's also white, so I get a lot of slack for that.
It's not about what other people think.
You're right. Now, my question to you is, how do you remain so level-headed in all the drama that goes on around here?
I know what's important. The moment I feed into the madness, I lose. This company doesn't define who I am as a person.
You're right. I will keep that in mind.
It's all about control with you. You gave Clint just enough power to keep him under the illusion that he was calling the shots. But even he realized eventually that you were slowly but surely ripping the manhood out of him.
Sweetie, Clint's manhood was inside of everyone else. I had nothing to do with that.
Of course you had nothing to do with it. So how about Clayton? You loved him because he had less power than you. Now, I've asked you
for Wincorp and you denied me.
So you go and run to Tessa, hoping that she'll help you take me down. Now tell me again, how can I be threatened by a man that was too weak to do the job himself?
You know, all this excessive stress caused by your selfishness has you looking a little sleep deprived. Don't worry for you. And forgive me for mentioning, Phallon, with all due respect, you look like you have gained a considerable amount of weight.
Let me tell you something. I don't have time for you coming in here trying to tell me what I look like.
Hey, guys. Doesn't Wincorp have some offices for you to be arguing in? I can hear you in the hallway. Anything, something.
Don't you know it's rude to interrupt a private meeting?
My apologies for her excessive rudeness, Alloura.
What?
Now, hopefully you two ladies have a much better day than you've been having already.
Where are you going? We are not done.
I know we're not done. We're far from finished. And now, as I said, have a good day.
I am so glad Christian is done with you.
Why? So you can snatch him up? He doesn't want you.
Why are you even here? You don't work here, Phallon.
Have you forgotten that my father owned these hallways?
Oh.
So you're not as bright as that foundation, huh?
I know that you think you can do whatever you want. Especially when it comes to things like, I don't know, sleeping with your brother's ex.
Lower your voice. You better be careful around here.
I think that you need to be careful. And I think that you need to walk on out of here so people can actually do work.
Remember what I said, Alloura?
Yeah.
The only reason why you're still standing here is out of the respect that I have for Christian, not you.
All right, take your threats and get on out of here.
Bye.
Oh, God, I hate her.
I'm so glad I got to help you out today. I told you 2 brains are better than 1. Especially if mine's involved.
Okay, I still don't know if your humor is funny or repulsive. But I'm thankful. I've actually had a good day working here today.
Well, we actually had work to do and not running errands or peasant duties.
Well, it is what assistants do, so...
Well, no one's Emily nor Entendre, sweetie.
Who?
Oh my God, Chloe, there's so much I can teach you. I mean, with your looks and your attitude, I could really see you being a force to be reckoned with.
Honey, you have no idea how much of a force I am.
Yeah, I don't. Anyways, tell me more about you, Chloe.
Like what?
Tell me something. Are you dating? Are you schooling someone?
Okay, the first answer is no, and the second, I would never tell you that.
Okay, stop being such a bore. You're very pretty. I just wanted to know if you were dating.
No, men are immature pigs, and they'll just use you for what they want, and they'll ruin whoever they can while they're at it.
Okay, who made you such a bitter Betty?
I'm not bitter. I'm just smarter and wiser.
I remember in DC, you had the hots for Julian. You should have jumped on that before the world knew he was a Davenport.
Probably the worst of the whole family.
Well, usually the assholes are great in bed. And he looks like a stallion. I mean, unless you found out already.
Please don't ruin the progress we've made today.
Chill out, we're just having some fun. We're having some bonding time.
No, you're just nosy.
What are you two both doing here lounging around? Okay, we don't pay you. Just sit around and do nothing.
Sorry, we were just about...
Mr. Scott, I need to talk to you alone. Miss Richards?
Okay.
Faster, please.
Nice haircut, though.
You are such a fairy.
What?
Look, you're being extremely rude. And you're really nasty to me and Chloe. What's wrong with you? Oh, trust me, you both can handle it.
Will you stop? Again, what's wrong with you?
They think I'm a fucking joke.
Cool, we already talked about this. You can't...
Okay, that conversation meant nothing. I was just giving you something to do.
Oh, really?
You couldn't possibly understand. You've never been the CEO of anything.
You haven't either.
And be very careful. I have to be responsible for ruining that pretty little face of yours.
Look, just because you can't get them to respect you doesn't mean I'm going to allow you to make me your personal punching bag. I'm enough of that shit to last me a lifetime.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about growing up in a war zone. Something you know nothing about. I can see that silver spoon still takes up most of the space in your mouth.
Don't speak on anything you know nothing about.
Just because we're fucking doesn't give you the right to put your hands on me. I grew up around people like you.
People like me.
Yeah. Wealthy and spoiled and throw little temper tantrums every time they don't get what they want.
So is that what you think?
It's what I know. I was my mother's dirty little secret. She was a wealthy white woman that was raised in a wealthy family who would disown her if they found out that she had a black child. So she gave me away.
And who raised you?
One of her maids. Her husband made us suffer all the time. That man made my life a living hell.
So how did you come to know who your real mother was?
Well, the husband told me that I was a half-breed whose own family didn't want me. So turns out the children that I would play with on the playground after school while waiting for my mother actually turned out to be my siblings.
That must have been devastating for you.
I confronted her, and I let her know that if she didn't pay for my schooling, that I would tell her family exactly who I was. Next thing you know, I started attending the most prestigious prep school amongst the sons of dignitaries.
So what happened to the person who raised you?
Well, she was given a lot of money to keep quiet. And then the husband squandered all the money, and then he killed her.
So what happened to your real mother, the evil bitch herself?
Well, after paying for all my schooling, she died, and the bitch left me nothing.
I'm sorry that happened to you. But shit happens. It's life. And I'm sorry for being aggressive. But I want this for both of us. And I mean that. It's just that sometimes some things come over me and I can't control it. I lash out. Certain things happen. Bad things happen.
So, should I be worried? Are you gonna kill me or something?
I am the son of a controlling, conniving, gold digger, and a drunk. Now, does that make me a killer?
No. It makes you human.
Well, I'm glad we can be on the same page about something.
Chadwick, we make a great team. Now, I'm done talking. Take me home and fuck me.
Kind of glad I have you all to myself before Alloura gets here.
I mean, we don't have that much time.
Well, we don't need that much time.
Ethan, wait. We have to stop, okay?
Again? What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Why do you ask?
Because you just keep holding back with me.
That's not true.
It is true. I know what I'm feeling, and it's happened before. I just feel like anytime we're about to get intimate, you're not willing to let yourself go there with me.
Okay. I don't know if I told you this or not, but I kind of just got out of a situation with someone else.
No, you didn't tell me that, and I'm sorry, I just assumed you were unattached, so I didn't ask.
I'm not attached to anyone, and I just want to take my time, okay?
Is that really it? You want to just take your time to get to know me, or take your time to get over the person you were just with?
It's not like that. All I'm saying is, I've just made some mistakes in the past when it comes to relationships that I really don't want to repeat.
Okay, then maybe you should take the time to figure out what it is you really want, and maybe you should just take the time to heal.
Heal. Ethan. Now I think you're taking it a bit far. I was just saying that we didn't have enough time, that's all, okay?
My gut is telling me that this situation you're in is something you're just not over yet.
She's here. Coming.
All right, let's go. I'm so hungry. Hi.
Yes, we heard you. We know you're starving, okay?
Oh, we need to get some food in you, huh? You ready to go? Let's go.
I think I'm just gonna skip dinner if you guys don't mind.
What do you mean you're gonna skip dinner?
I just have a lot of work I need to finish, but I'll join you guys some other time. If that's okay. It's nice seeing you, by the way.
Ethan,
too.
you really don't have to go.
Well, hold on.
Alright. Have a good evening.
How did you fuck that up already? What's wrong with him?
The way you have been harassing my secretary, I assume someone died. What the hell do you want?
I wouldn't have been harassing your secretary if you would have answered my phone calls and answered my text messages.
No. Me and you, we have nothing to discuss.
Lawrence, I apologize about the way things transpired the last time you and I saw each other. But I care for you a great deal. You and I shouldn't have tension.
How convenient. You know, I fell for your games once before, Phallon, but I don't repeat my mistakes.
This is not a game. I understand that the dynamics in our relationship has changed because of the distance. But I was honest with you when I broke things off.
What do you want?
I need you to reinstate me as CEO. My family has learned their lesson. Listen, name your price.
It's very interesting.
What is?
Unfortunately, this will not happen. As you have stated, the dynamic has changed. And with that being said, I have changed.
Lawrence, I orchestrated all of this. I put everything into motion, and now my son is the scapegoat because of it.
He wasn't the only pawn in it. Don't be upset that I now control the board.
You motherfucker!
Have a seat.
Okay, what happened?
I mean, Ethan obviously didn't want to go to dinner, so let's go eat. You're hungry, right?
Christian, what happened?
I mean, we had a discussion.
Mm-hmm.
But look, it's honestly not that important.
Okay, so we were all set to go to dinner, and then I get here, and then he abruptly leaves. So it sounds like it's important to him. Why are you not telling me what happened?
Nothing happened. He just seems to think that I'm still caught up on someone else.
I don't get it. Why would he think that? If you guys are still like fresh, he'd have no reason to.
I mean, oh, that's true.
Christian, does he have a reason to think you're hung up on someone? What is up? Talk to me.
He's right, okay? And I mean, I have something I need to tell you.
Okay.
And please don't be angry with me, even though I know you probably will. But I need to be honest with you.
Okay. Shoot.
When I told you that Phallon and I were over, I lied. We were still seeing each other. But it did end shortly afterwards. But I'm still in love with her.
You can't be serious, Christian. Please tell me you're not serious. It's Jabril's sister. Did you think that was gonna change?
I think about all of that, and I've tried to burn her out of my heart. I've tried to forget about her, and I just can't shake it. And I tried to fill the void, and it's not working.
Oh, I'm sorry. You tried to fill the void with other people, like Ethan, right? And when using him didn't work, you told him you didn't mean to do that to him either, right? You didn't mean to use both of us.
That's not fair, Laura.
What do you mean it's not fair?
You know me better than that, and you know that's not what I'm about. You know that.
I don't know shit. All I know is that you lied to me again.
You can't possibly be upset that your scheme fell apart. You should have thought about that once you ended our relationship. So deal with it.
Your family is making my family miserable here. If I would have known this, I would have never dealt with your tired ass.
Would have known what?
Oh my God. Oh, hell no, Phallon. It was you behind all of this? Raven, I'm in the middle of a meeting. Can you please leave?
Meeting?
Yes.
You don't even work here. Can't believe this shit.
Raven, so nice to finally meet you.
Save that shit for somebody else. Phallon, how could you do this? To your dad? To my brother?
This is not the time, Raven.
It most definitely isn't. Phallon, don't call me again. If you have anything to discuss with me, you will go through Marcus. Raven.
I was lying to myself. I've tried and I've tried to get her out of my mind and my heart, and nothing has worked. Lord, you have to believe me when I tell you, I didn't think I was gonna have feelings for her.
You've been thinking with the wrong head ever since you got here. Didn't you try to sleep with the guy that Jabril cheated on Brandon with? And then when that didn't work, you tried to get Jabril himself. And then when that didn't work, you start shacking up with Phallon. Every single decision you made was wrong. Every single one.
You know, everyone, they always expect me to do the right thing.
Here we go.
To be so honorable. But you know where that's gotten me? You know what love that I was gotten, that I deserved? None of it. Point being, I don't know if love's really meant to be for me. Maybe I'm doomed.
You are so pathetic. I don't feel bad for you. I pity you. I wish that you would own the fact that you have made every single one of these decisions, instead of sitting here like some long-suffering heroine.
I'm not looking for your sympathy, Laura.
Oh, you're not?
I'm just trying to keep it real with you.
Keep it real then. Keep it fucking real.
Fine then. When I told you I had romantic feelings for you, I was lying. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Sorry doesn't cut it, Christian. What did you think? That I was gonna fall weak at the knees when you told me you liked me? That's what you thought. I really thought you cared about me. I really don't know. I don't know what to say right now.
Raven, listen, I know you have a lot of questions, but it's complicated.
Questions? I can't believe you did this shit. Do you even know what kind of embarrassment and shame this caused Baron?
Don't talk to me about embarrassment and shame. My parents have put me through enough of that to last me several lifetimes. Several. I was trying to rectify the situation. It's not that simple, Raven.
This is the first chance I've gotten to just take a break, Barrett's been flying me all over the damn place for work, and here you are. Bullshitting again.
Well, I'm no stranger to hard work, honey. I'm used to 12 and 14-hour days. So if you plan on being successful, you better get used to it. Because I do what the fuck I got to do.
You know what? Him and I just been having conversations about his childhood and just him bringing up him growing in the islands and how his mom used to treat him.
So let me see. Pop was putting you on his lap, telling you about his childhood stories. Raven, he's not going to give you a prize for being the best grandchild. He's not.
He's not going to give you a prize for being the best daughter. You're just jealous because I have a better relationship with your dad than you do.
Raven, I'm pregnant.
What?
Pregnant.
How? I thought those eggs were scrambled a long time ago considering how old you are.
Really? I'm only 15 years older than you. And sweetie, you better pray to God you look this good when you get my age. Besides, I'm in my prime. So keep it cute.
Prime? If you're in your prime, why aren't you using protection?
Because I'm grown. And I was. But that's not important right now.
Wow. You really made a fool of me, Christian. So what? What was the plan? That you were gonna tell me that you had feelings for me and I was gonna fall weak at the knees and forget everything? That's the plan you went along?
Alora, wait. I didn't mean
Mean to what? Mean to what? Lie to me? Make me feel this stupid? Throw our whole friendship away? All for what? For her?
Leave Phallon out of it, okay? I don't know who fucked up.
She has you so whooped! Do you know that? You're out here plotting and scheming for her, lying to me, lying to Jabril.
Alora, that's enough, okay?
You could be a good little soldier?
Yes, I said stop.
You know that your little shorty over there threatened me today? Did you know that?
I'm sure she didn't mean it, okay? I'll talk to her.
Excuse me? You'll talk to her? I don't need shit from you. You have to understand something. I have seen how Phallon treats people like shit, how she uses them as little toys, first fucking hand, and you think you're exempt? Let me tell you something. You're not. She's extremely toxic, and you have done nothing but terrible things since she's been around.
That's not true.
Yes, the fuck it is! And you won't even admit it. You can't even look at me and admit it.
Jabril cannot find out, okay?
He has to find out. I'm involved now. And if he found out that I knew about this and didn't tell him that I risked our whole relationship over this shit, no. I'm gonna take him, sit him down, and tell him the truth.
Alora, please.
Please what? Please what? Tell me. For what? For you? Or for Phallon? Why are we making decisions anymore? I don't even know who I'm talking to when I look at you anymore.
You know me, Alora.
You are dead to me. Do not call me. Do not reach out to me. We are done.
So you were being irresponsible.
I'm not about to sit here and take a lecture from you. But I will say this. While giving birth to you and your brother, my cervix was severely damaged. And I was told that I couldn't have children. That it would be damn near impossible for me to get pregnant. So, no, I wasn't being irresponsible.
Okay. So we have a miracle baby on our hands. That's good. But I know it wasn't immaculate conception, so who's the daddy?
That's none of your business.
Oh, yes, it is.
Raven, I don't want to talk about that. It's too complicated.
Complicated?
Yes.
Oh, no.
What the hell was wrong with you?
Phallon.
What's wrong with you, Raven?
I asked who it was, and you said it was complicated.
Yeah.
So that only means one person. Lawrence.
Are you crazy?
If Baron finds this out, everybody's gonna be up shit's creek. I can't believe you!
Listen, this is really, really complicated. You need to calm down.
No.
Calm down, Raven.
You know what? Baron can't find this out.
I know.
So then he won't find out. I won't say anything. Just, I'm gonna have a little sister.
Is love, then there has to be a better way. There's no more trust, not sure where things went astray. All the fussing, all the fighting, too much stress from all the lying. My heart's in pieces, all the secrets. And I thought that we were a family.